Blackie with a big clap back. Blackie is left at the bottom of the mountain. Does he have any heals is the question. 40 seconds of time he has to buy, and Knifer has 2 floppers. The Fishman on top of the mountain with the big shots wins the game. What a zone. What a performance.
Man, that mountain zone just took out so many of the top players, top of the leaderboard, and that gave an opportunity for Knifer's trio to walk away from that. But they only got, from what I've seen, maybe 1 elim and the Victory Royale. Huge placement point game for them. But at the same time, you would hope that they would get more elims, but that finish, Shayo, that mountain, quite treacherous.
How can you elim people when you have to deal with the mountain, man?
I'm not know.
There's natural low ground trying to eliminate you, so that's a rough one. A lot of top teams also, wiped out, as you said, Sancho. We got to toss it over to Reese, Levin, and Zeke to see exactly what went down.
Man, I just got to say, I love Sancho and Shy's casting. They are phenomenal. The hype was there. The grandfather mountain will always claim its toll. And also, I think, guys, this is the craziest underdog story. Knifer's trio coming in, former FNCS champions from console. They're showing up, they're saying, listen, friends, you think we can't hang? Watch this. We're about to take a Victory Royale away from you. Just pulling the rug out beneath you. No problem.
And for that team, in their heat after the first 3 games, they had 2 points. They were down bad, right? They were down bad. However, the last 3 games of their heat, they absolutely popped off, managed to get that top 8. Today, and yesterday, I think before that game, they had a total of 34 points. And I think they gained somewhere around 40 to 50 in that game in particular. We'll see when the leaderboards pop up. So huge game already. Way more points they've gotten than all the rest games. So this could be the start of their momentum. Another thing when you're noticing, we saw the res. We saw them go for the revive in that end game. And you might be thinking, how is this possible? How is a 2v2 situation getting a revive off? But if you notice, when we switch back to the team on hype, Paddy's team, they had been on hype for so long and they didn't manage to get a refresh that they're already still out of AR ammo. So it's kind of a reflection of what we saw back in game 2 of yesterday, where teams on hype just didn't manage to get that refresh enough to get the ammo to keep pressuring down, but ended up winning anyway this time.
Yeah, I think this is what Day 2 is all about, right? The remontadas, the comebacks, and I think if you look at what both of those teams were, the final 2 teams there, Paddy's team finished yesterday in 29th, Erkin's team finished yesterday in 20th. Not the best performances by any means, but both of these guys on the day coming out and showing that, we are solid teams, we can get decent placements. Another thing to note, and Alexis team, another strong game, 4th place, they finish in that game. So, when we have these exciting zones, these zones that go up in extreme, elevations, it is always exciting. It's fun for us to watch, not fun for the players, I'll tell you that much. But,
Extreme's the right word. I think extreme was the right word.
Yeah.
Still super fun. And guys, I kind of want to continue this underdog story, right? Because we're seeing these guys at the top, but I truly believe anyone can still pull off the championship, right? They can walk away winners.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight Slender's team, right? I've been referencing them a lot, my Portuguese Magnificos. These guys on the day coming into this game have been the 2nd best team, right, in terms of their performances, their placements. And I think it's because they've been so proactive, right? Yesterday, they picked up a Victory Royale. I spoke to Mosh and he said, look, I'm feeling a little top 7, right? I think if we have good surge, if we can sort that out, we're going to be fine. And I think they've sort of figured things out. You saw that in the first clip, right? He lands there, he realizes, like other teams have, can he split? These guys are so split around on the map. If I land on this mountain here, get a weapon, by, the RNG gods, I can get some tags off, I can get some shots off, and it's, paying off for these guys. Hopefully we can see them sort of convert and have really good performances moving forward. Leaderboards haven't changed up too much as a result of the fact we had 2 teams really low down, doing well. And so the top of the leaderboards still looking similar to what we saw last game.
Yeah, we saw, Hen, Janus, and Chapix there coming down in 11th with 3 eliminations. So, as far as their games have gone, somehow, even though they came 11th with 3 elims, that's still one of their worst games yet. So that just shows how consistent and good these guys really are. But, that actually has kind of closed the gap between Vadil, Norali, and Rezon and them. They're now 20 points difference because something that went under the radar a little bit there was Vadil's, Rezon, and Norali's 10 eliminations. They popped off with 10 eliminations in 5th place. So while all these teams were struggling climbing up that hill, you know what? These guys were just looking at each other and saying, you know what? That elim's mine. You're struggling? No, you're out of the game. Sorry. You're struggling? You're gone too. So, you know what? They took advantage of the awkward zone, to say the least, and managed to get up. If they managed to get into that top 3 as well, we could see a different story between that top leaderboards.
Look, Reese, we got 3 games left. Are we starting to get to the place where, you know, it's becoming a 2-person race, right? Where it's like we have these two teams. These 2 teams look like the teams who are most likely going to leave today with the AXA champions. I don't want to speak too soon, right? 3 games is still plenty of time for someone to just come through and just wow us, right? But it is starting to look like those are the 2 teams that are going to pull away. Don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to jinx anything. Don't want to speak too soon. Taking a look at your screens. Caster Curse. We've heard it all before. Interesting stuff, right? Certain players who I think started off hot yesterday, not being able to replicate their performances in that sense, right? You know, you mentioned how Stompy's team really started off hot, right? First game, Victory Royale. Second game, second place. And now it's like they've sort of fallen off a cliff, no pun intended, to that last game. And it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to bounce back in a sense.
That's what it's all about. They have 3 games left. They have a championship, the Axe of Champions. That is all these players are thinking about. Who will pull out all the stops and walk away your new champions? Well, after 3 games, we will find out. But for now, we got to cool off. We're going to step away, go find some chug splashes because we have taken a bunch of damage and we need to be prepared heading into these last 3 games of the FNCS. So get up, find yourself a little bit of water, come back, and we'll be here the last 3 games. See you guys in just a moment.
Welcome to the Reboot Rundown. If you missed it, there was a special reboot round which included all the best teams that couldn't make it past the semifinals. Everyone had one more chance. Only the team with the Victory Royale in this single match could make it to the finals of this FNCS. With these types of stakes, we saw the craziest action and display of dominance throughout every region. Today, we're going to show you just 3 of those stories from Europe, North America East, and North America West.
For EU, it was Flecken, Aloft, Diablo, and Bayon who clinched the Victory Royale with a thrilling heal-off that went down to the final second. Flecken gets chosen to try and heal off and win the game as a solo. With no mats, he's forced to go into the heal-off 29 seconds before the zone closes. The medkits can't be used here because he's already in zone and the other team has a huge advantage on time, so he needs to do something and make a play to win the game. Dropping to low ground, he finds the most crucial elimination, netting him 50 extra HP from Siphon, 2 floppers and cabbages, enough to make up the time difference and win him the reboot round. You could feel the hype in this final moment.
An opportunity here, right here. Flecken has the win condition for the heal off there, but can a trio there? Okay, he found the Elim, gets a little bit more Siphon. Now he's in it. He's all the way committed. Gray is going to go for the med kit. He does have an opportunity to walk away. A top 3 situation here, Sayo.
He's trying for it. Everyone now in helo mode. Gray's all the way up top looking for it. Flecken gets a big Siphon as well. MXR is trying to delay anything, but it's head to head. Flecken versus Gray. He's got cabbages and floppers. Gray will have to drop down and find this elimination. Flecken with the flops. Pops one over. That's his last. Gray, 2 seconds. 1. It's over. And it's Flecken with positioning, aggression, and heals to win the European reboot round. Now in NA East, people were playing for heal-offs too, but there was one team with a very different goal in mind and a mission to continue their legacy in this FNCS finals. NRG Zate, Train H Saf, and Liquid Stretch. Names synonymous with greatness and a history of success, no matter what team they were on. These guys chose to attack the POI with the most explosive potential, Hydro 16. Endgame gave us the pleasure of watching the classic split this trio does so well, making sure no one could touch them on height with constant pressure from all angles. In EU, height changed hands 7 times, but in NA East, no one dared to challenge the Kings at their throne. With no bounce back zones, everyone on low ground ran out of mats way quicker. The likelihood of a heal off looked so low, and they didn't even have to touch the reserve of heals they had at all. They made their performance look absolutely flawless. This was one of the most legendary comebacks of one of the greatest teams to touch competitive Fortnite.
Dubs is in shambles. Mega's back in Storm. He finds more meds though. He gets more splashes. He gets more floppers. Is this enough? He can pull off the double med kit.
RPG
They
was a mistake.
RPGs them. They take down Dubs, but they don't take down Mega. He's deep in Storm. Stretch is setting up. He's looking. He's got the meds, but he's also got the eyes in the sky. Who has more meds, Stretch or Mega? Mega went out deep. He went in early. He's pushing back in. He knows he doesn't have it. He can't get the med kit off. That's it. As long as Stretch heals this, Zayt, Saf, and Stretch will be going through to the grand final.
Wow.
Stretch holds on to his history.
NA West, a region where you can expect the unexpected. Coming into this reboot round, it was a pure wildcard match. Each team had an equal chance of clinching that victory royale and qualifying for the finals. The way Jeffers, Union, and Dardis clutched up had the heal-off meta involved with a little bit of spice. Dropping Holy Hedges, there was a ton of heals to be found. 6 Chug Splashes along with more from a Loot Llama, with some additional seasoning of 6 peppers to speed up their luck and position on the map. In the final duel in NA West, it was time for an upset. It looked like solo FNCS champion Vert and his trio, who was slated to come back and win the reboot round, had it all in the bag. Jeffers' trio had other plans. They made a crucial play in disrupting the heal-off, and the rest is history.
Chug Splash is there. Does he have enough to put
getting
pressure
hounded.
from high ground, though? He's got to keep Chug Splashing, got to keep throwing, got to keep going for it. No! There's a player on the
found
other
him.
side. Is he going to go down? He got knocked!
It's Vert. Vert's in the zone. It's Vert versus Jeffers. Vert has to find Jeffers up on the high ground, but Jeffers has the peppers. He's popping a pepper. Chug Splash is going through. The medkit won't matter. Vert has to go find him, and Jeffers says, "Toodaloo, I will see you in the finals. You'll be watching. I'll be playing, baby."
How far will these teams go? Will the addition of aggressive fighters, historic legends, or a team that gets one more chance at fame change the story of the FNCS finals? We've made it past the reboot. Now it's time to play out the rest of the game. Keep your seatbelts on, Fortnite fam. We'll see you at the finals. Beep, beep.
What's going on, Fortnite fam? Welcome back to the finals here of the FNCS. We're in the European region, where only 3 games remain until we know who the next trio's champions will be and who will get to hold those Axe of Champions until the next FNCS. It's me, Z. We got Reese, we got Levin, and in just a moment, we'll be jumping back aboard the battle bus for game number 4 on the day. We hope you guys are enjoying the action. If you're watching a Party Royale, what's up, Party Royale? Give me your favorite emote right now. I like it. Perfect. You know who else likes it? It's Shy Wager. It's Sancho West. Let's get in the game.
Oh, we like it a lot, and it's about to get serious. The final quarter of games for the European finals, and we have some of the best teams towards the top.
Absolutely, and this is number 5. This is intense here. Every moment matters here on out. Every build, every rotation, every decision, every shot is going to matter, so you could walk away the FNCS champion in the lion's share of over $1 million. First place, $300,000. Wow, Shayo, we're talking about life-changing money will be cholled out here today in just a few hours. If you can't feel that, ooh, we're gonna get you there, I promise you.
I feel like some names are already maybe signed on that check, right? Hen, Janice, and Chapix are just having a phenomenal performance game after game after game. The 3rd, 1st, and then 11th overall on the day. More elims every single game that are getting higher and higher. And they have a 20-point difference between them and then Vidil, Noah Riley, and Reason. Thomas HC Flick and Anas are also in the business, in the mix, 4th place overall. But man, these guys in 1st are so far ahead.
So far ahead, and as well, Seti, Kemi, and Teak, who started off the day in the 1st place, sliding further down as they have been eliminated. Again, we are jumping into the match. A lot of things have already happened already. We also have Nico's trio going down, Eunice's trio going down, and Legends trio going down. But the big one is that 8th place trio going down. So that gives rooms for Kiko to move up. It gives room for Savage to get off that 10th place to move up. But now we're focused here on Thomas HD trio coming in 4th place last season, finishing in 3rd place, wanting a better opportunity to go up their leaderboard as much as possible here. And they're already seeing it. The change is there. They're hitting their shots here. And this is where right now, it's just you're all going based on instinct. All those plans and whatnot, out the window, bro.
Their instinct is always nice. It's just so unfortunate because we've seen them in 2 games be so close to, gaining control. This is a team that, to get the most points possible, they need that VR. They need a position where they're on height towards the end. But Sancho, we've been seeing zones that are made up from someone I gotta believe is diabolical, man. A mountain. You're forcing every team to cross over. You're forcing teams to the north edge of the zone 2. You're forcing them to play in the dry desert over and over. Ultimate low ground with no bounce backs. It's so